Hello everyone. Today I brought you a game which was played between Russian legend and former world champion Mikhail Tal and Miguel Quinteros. So Miguel Quinteros was an Argentinian Grandmaster. This game basically shows that Mikhail Tal was not only good with attack, but also was very good positionally. He knew exactly when to create an attack so that he can end up getting a winning position. And this game also shows that he knew the importance of the pieces very well, so that even in the case when he is actually winning material, but on the cost of losing a good piece, he would refute that. So let's, without further ado, begin the game. So Mikhail continued, open the game with one e4. His opponent responded with d6, hinting about the king's Indian defense. Okay. Now Mikhail Tal responded with d4. His opponent continued with knight to f6. Now Mikhail played knight to c3. His opponent played g6. Okay, and now he played knight to f3. So Nastik was putting all his pieces, guarding the center. Okay, his opponent went for bishop to g7, which is basically a king's Indian setup. Okay, now he played Mikhail played h3. The idea is basically to avoid this bishop and also avoid getting this knight on g4, because he's going to develop his bishop on e3. Okay. His opponent simply castled and Mikhail played bishop to e3. Okay. Everything goes good so far. Okay. c6, and on this move, I'm not sure why exactly Mikhail played it, but he played a4. Okay, his opponent continued with knight e2 d7, and he played a5. So he made continuously two pawn moves, which was basically taking a space on the queen side, since the pawn was not restricted by either a b6 or b5, b6, basically b6. So he simply moved this pawn. Okay, his opponent, seeing that Mikhail was gaining space on the queen side, he attacked the center. Mikhail exchanged. Okay. Exchange completed with the d takes e5, and then after Mikhail played knight queen to d6. The idea was basically, since this knight is sort of pinned because this rook will join very soon, he will also pin this knight and will eventually take this pawn. And after taking once we, let's say, clear of this this knight, or even we can try with the going for this knight, and once the exchange is done, we can then take on this knight, or even, let's say, this knight goes there, we can also attack it with bishop. Some way we will have to calculate it, but there lots of threats were coming actually. So his opponent simply played knight to e8, pushing this queen away. Now this queen goes to d2, but now as we can see that this rook does not has any move to go, and this bishop will simply be able to capture this rook. As of now, the even this knight could not block, but this knight can actually capture it. So we need to figure out a way to actually remove this knight. Okay, so after this move, queen to d2, queen comes to black plays queen to e7, and now this threat is again more promising. Okay, but this knight is guarding it. Mikhail nicely developed. He waited for this opportunity and he simply developed his bishop to c4. But in this position, his opponent thought of exchanging this knight for this bishop, since this bishop is going to be strong. So he played knight to c5, and Mikhail Tal actually assisted him in doing that. He played b4, and after knight to e6, Mikhail Tal simply exchanged it and played bishop to c5, attacking, creating a skewer attack on this queen and rook. So, Miguel did not have any other choice. He simply played his queen to c7, but Mikhail Tal did not capture this rook. Okay, so Mikhail Tal instead simply castled, because he knew that this rook is not going anywhere. This rook is basically doing nothing, and his bishop, on the other hand, is very powerful as of now, because he can, it is controlling this diagonal, and it is also controlling few squares of the black camp. So he simply refuted it. Miguel took this opportunity to play rook to d8, attacking the queen, winning a tempo, and once queen moved, he blocked this attack with his knight. Okay, fine. Mikhail Tal took the pawn, and in this position, he attacked the queen, simply removing the defender of this piece, because after b6, this bishop will be trapped. Okay, so Mikhail Tal played queen to e7, keeping eye on this knight. And once he played b6, he could have, go for an exchange and eventually, exchanging all of these pieces. But since he was pawn up, he wanted to remove more pieces from the board. So in order to do that, he made another attempt by playing knight to g4, because this basically removes the defender of this knight, and Mikhail Tal will be able to capture it. So after capture, basically not capture, he would be able to play bishop takes this move. So his opponent played bishop to c8, and now Mikhail Tal captured this knight, and after black captured this bishop, he won another pawn. Okay. In this position, he played pawn takes a5, because this pawn was going anyway, so why not capture another pawn? Okay, so now Mikhail Tal could have gained a tempo by playing rook takes a5, winning a tempo on the queen, but instead he played he played knight to d5. Okay, can you spot the problem over here, that what was there in the black camp, which is why he played knight to d5? We can see that there's a check available, but after bishop takes and queen takes, we cannot, white cannot simply reach to h7 to create a checkmate threat. So black wasn't able to see this, and he simply attacked the queen by playing bishop to d7. And now the problem was more real. So he gave a check, and after bishop captured, he captured the bishop. And now you can see that this rook is defended by this rook. And if knight attacks the f7 pawn, obviously king cannot capture it. And if rook captures, queen will be able to capture it. So the best move in this position was actually to either remove this rook from here or play queen to c7. In that case, Mikhail Tal would win another pawn. So he simply saved his pawn, and after knight takes f7, his opponent resigned. Because even if we capture the knight, white will capture the rook with check, and let's say if you go like this, then we can simply play c5, and black has a two powerful pass pawn, which will not be which won't be easily stopped. And obviously white is exchange up as well as pawn up, so it will be very easy win for a player like Mikhail Tal. And even if you, let's say, do not go for king to g7, you attack the queen, then also it will be very easy for Mikhail Tal to save the queen. You can simply go like this and attack this pawn. This pawn is already attacked, and this pawn can be will start rolling very soon. So all in all, Mikhail Tal was quite willing, winning in this position, and he scored an easy win. I hope you like this game and learned a few things from this game, like I did. And please subscribe and like this video. Share this video with all the chess lovers. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.